this job. Now, at this point, my son was barely a month old, not even quite a month old. And so my husband loses his job, and the very following day, my father passes away. I don't have to tell you, after 10 days of being in the hospital on the edge of our seat, I just thought I couldn't, that you couldn't take it anymore. And, we went from having a 6-figure salary to now having a person on maternity leave and a person on unemployment. Now, my husband was very fortunate, and God was very, very faithful, and he provided another job for my husband very quickly. And not as well paying, but it doesn't matter. And that's where the tithing part comes in. We always tithe. That was one thing we never, ever, ever stopped doing. Even though when I handed that check, that meant maybe the difference between having a meal on the table or diapers and, being faithful to God. My husband and I were always in agreement that we would never, ever not give our tithes. And God just provided. He always provided. Not only did he provide support mentally for me and my family, but he magically, people would it's not magic, it's God. There would be gift cards on our windshield of our car. There would be, my mother-in-law would suddenly come over and have milk and bread and diapers that she just had bought in the States. She didn't even know we needed this. We wouldn't even tell her. We wouldn't tell anyone that we needed anything. And people would just come over and give us things, like just hand us money at church, or like I said, put checks on our windshields, or, show up at our house with supper, and, or people would call us and say, hey, we want to take you guys out to dinner, and we want to pay for your babysitter so you guys can have a night out. And it was amazing. And for me, and, not having been a Christian all my life, it was just like, it was a huge step of faith to just believe that God was just going to make these things happen. Like that, it wasn't, that, like, mentally, it was so hard to just say, okay, Brian, like, if I give this money, there's not going to be food on the table. Like, there's no way to buy diapers. There's no way to buy milk. Like, my brain just couldn't comprehend that. But my heart knew. My heart knew that he would provide for everything. Because he already had, like, he was already there in the situation, and he knew where we were at, and he knew where our hearts were. Everything is provided for. And if you do what God tells you to do, he's faithful for you. That's it.